The chief guest of today's convocation, Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Honorable Minister. The guest of honor, Srimati Darshana Jardosh ji, Honorable MOS. Director NIFT Jodhpur and his entire team. Director IIT Jodhpur. Dear friends, and the most important component of today's events, the graduating students. Now there are no more students, they are the youngest alumni of NIFT, and parents, and I can see few grandparents also. So that's really a matter of great honor and delight for me. कुछ ऐसा माहौल बन रहा है, मेरे से पहले जो स्टूडेंट है वो ही वाज प्रशांत, his name is Prashant, I think director IIT is Shantmanu, I am Shantmanu, so Shant word है common है in some में, and that is the beauty of today's event. And first of all, let me apologize that we were late and we could start this function late, but कहते हैं देर आए दुरुस्त आए और हम लोग सब यहाँ पर हैं. This is my natural style, मैं इंग्लिश हिंदी मिक्स करके ही बात करता हूँ, बिकॉज हिंदी एक तो मातृभाषा है मेरी और सेकेंडली आजकल गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया में भी काम करने के बात करने में स्टाइल हो गया है. और उसका एक ये भी रीज़न है कि फॉर मोर देन 25 years आई वर्क इन उर्दू. आई वर्क इन जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, तो वहाँ पे एक्सेप्ट फॉर सेक्रेटरिएट वी यूज टू राइट इन उर्दू. तो वहाँ से निकलने के बाद जो है हिंदी में ज़्यादा यूज़ कर रहा हूँ. Sir, just briefly to tell you about this NIFT Jodhpur, you know it about very well. With NIFT, we started in 1986, and I have been director NIFT Kolkata also for 3 years, 3 months between 2005 and 8. So I have been associated with NIFT for now more than 6 years, I can say. We started in 86 with only Delhi campus, and now we have got 17 campuses. And this Jodhpur was one of the campuses which started after this NIFT Act was introduced in 2005, 6, 7. And I can say, and with great delight here, that among the newer campuses, NIFT Jodhpur is one of the best. And I can say this more authenticity when I met the faculty members yesterday. Yesterday I went to the campus. I met both the old set of faculty, and we have got 10 newly recruited faculty also. And then I really got convinced by interacting with them and by looking at the products which the students had made. And I attended briefly the graduation ceremony also. Certainly this has come up very well, although it is still a 10, 12 years old campus only. And the location of NIFT campus in Jodhpur is certainly it was a very good decision, because normally we open NIFT only where we have got industries, we have got handloom handicraft clusters, and this is a place which has got everything. In fact, today itself, the Honorable Ministers inaugurated Trade Facilitation Center in Boranada Industrial Estate, which is a very good venue for interacting with the industrialists, the exporters and all. In fact, जैसा सर आप बात कर रहे थे वहाँ पे कि स्केलिंग के बारे में we should have few courses. So we do have fashion management course here in NIFT, और हम कैसे नए लोगों को entrepreneurs को उसमें लाएं, उसके बारे में we can devise course, design courses. And using that venue, we can do lot many things. So we'll certainly synergize the two institutions together. The batch of 2021 is really I know it's a very difficult batch that for particularly last 2.5 semesters of your career was overshadowed by the COVID. And और इसलिए इस मौके पर I would like to salute the parents also, because the students were at home. So let us have another, I mean, we did have a good round of applause, but I want to have a larger round of applause for the parents. Because मेरे बच्चे भी इसी एज ग्रुप के हैं, तो मुझे पता है कि बच्चे घर पे इस एज ग्रुप के हों, तो दोनों के लिए क्या क्या challenges होते हैं, both for the parents and the students. But still, by the cooperation of everyone and by the cooperation of faculty, by the online classes, although, sir, NIFT की पढ़ाई ऐसी है, it is very difficult to teach them through online classes to do justice to this. But still, somehow we managed, and nowhere the session was disturbed. We could finish in on time. Everything was finished in time. So that is very good. As far as your career is concerned, you have already entered into your career. Just a word of advice for me, that don't think that your study is over now. The first 4 years of career is still a sort of extension of your studies. So you learn so many things. You learn the tricks of the trade. you learn communication skills, you learn, I mean, so many the real life tricks. और उसमें क्या होता है कि you don't learn only from your seniors, you should learn from a peer groups. आप अगर वर्कशॉप फैक्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं तो बिल्कुल जो मशीन पे जो आदमी काम कर रहा है उससे आप सीख सकते हैं. आप कहीं जहाँ भी काम कर रहे हो, इनफैक्ट देयर इज अ पर्सन, मे यू कुड सी अ पर्सन हु इज हैज बीन वर्किंग देयर फॉर लास्ट 20-30 years, very small job, you can say it is small job, but you can learn that thing also from him. So this is sort of formative age for you, and don't get disheartened. हो सकता है कि शुरू में आपको कोई ऐसी कंपनी में आप काम कर रहे हो, उसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम कर रहे हो, आपको लगता हो it is not rated very high in the general hierarchy of companies. But if you are a keen learner and if you are a keen observer and aware person, you will learn it fast, and then gradually, of course, you can shift to a better organizations. But these days, you know, the future areas क्या हैं, you know it very well. But still, मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा, आपको पता ही होगा कि some of the NIFT graduates have been engaged or rather appointed by banks, just in order they wanted somebody who is creative. Like banks also need some creative person. हो सकता है आपकी creativity कहीं पे click कर जाए और कहीं भी कोई भी आपको उस तरह से engage करना चाहे. So your creativity, in fact, many of the NIFT graduates have been selected for content writing. These days, content writing is very important also, particularly when this e-marketing and all those things have come up. Web designing. So these are the things which are slightly off the mark, but still very, very popular. Of course, visual merchandising and this photography, they are always there. Maybe they are part of fashion communication, but many times these have to be done by anybody else. And trading. So what I mean to say that maybe in the first 3-4 years you can judge yourself कि आपको किस में सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है, मन लगता है. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपने जिस चीज़ में पढ़ाई की हो बाद में वही आप काम करें. Maybe over a period of time you will find that you have knack or affinity for something else. So it is your world. You are free to choose anyone depending on your choice and the opportunities available. But still, for that you have to be very well guided also by your seniors, by the faculty members here, by the illustrious alumni. We could just see one of the illustrious alumni here. In fact, not only NIFT Jodhpur, there are so many, now we have more than 32,000 NIFT alumni all over the world, and they're all very beautifully placed. उनसे किसी से आप guidance ले सकते हैं. And finally, since also I teach yoga, pranayam and happy living for the last 2 decades, तो मैं यही tips देना चाहूँगा. Take care of your health every day, at least half an hour of jogging exercise you must do. Any game if you play, you must play that. And for mind, you should do meditation. और mind के लिए मैं सबसे अच्छा ये बताता हूँ कि mind के लिए सबसे अच्छा रहता है relax करने के लिए. You talk to your old friends, old relatives, पुराने लोगों से बात करो. That is very good for relaxation. कई बार नए दोस्तों के बीच में आते हैं, पुराने लोगों को भूल जाते हैं. You just get connected to them. And when you are connected to everybody, be connected to NIFT also. Because NIFT is your root, NIFT is your alma mater. These are my words of advice to you. And with these words, I congratulate all of you and wish you all very good future, very good life. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for your motivation and appreciation. NIFT Jodhpur will continue to excel and will pave the path for young aspirants.